you want to hold your team to 50 points or less going into the halftime. You know, that should be the goal. That should be the mark every time you go out there and play. As well for these two teams here. It's got to be one of the major focuses for this conference. As
Sumang drives, dishes, Yo for three, no rebound for Aldrich Ramos. One mindset though, when I was looking at those numbers, could it be that the points against Globalport are very, very high because of the fact that there are more possessions?
That's possible too. I mean, these are both teams. You have to go back to how much points they also average on a night in and night out. Both teams relatively in the high scoring. So yeah, I mean, it is a factor, huge factor.
Like I mean, the field goal percentage allowed for Globalport, they're the 4th best. So I'm guessing it's because of the fact that there are more possessions in a fast-paced game against Globalport.
We're seeing that right now.
35-27, yes.
But at some point, you have to fine-tune things, both sides.
Jensen, mintis yun. Rebound para kay Aldrich Ramos. 9.5 remaining in the first half. Revilla, new. Yo sa kabila, kontra kay Mike De Gregorio, all the way off the glass and in.
Just amazing how Joseph Yo continues to, you know, in his age now, kind of up there, huge veteran, I mean, a long-time veteran in the PBA, the way he tosses the ball up there, especially when big men challenges him.
Gilchrist, jumper. Pringle rather with the rebound. Yo again! Oh, got it in once more!
Okay, stay composed, transition defense. Snaps. Okay ka? Pag may chance tayo tumakbo, let's run. Okay. Wala yung depensa, walang depensa yung ano nila eh. Yung transition nila. Okay, depensa pa rin. Si Yo, stop ball. Cross match up, stop ball and Yo.
Obviously, he doesn't think it's anything.
No, he doesn't.
I'm sitting there in the box, you know, laughing my butt off, but, you know.
Oh, yes. 8.5 to go. Foul called on Keith Jensen as sinusubukan makawala itong si KG Canaleta. Welcome back to the game to KG. Of course, his birthday is today.
It's today.
We got confirmation that KG's birthday is today, and confirmation that tomorrow is your 25th birthday.
I wish.
Congratulations and a happy birthday to my partner.
25 plus like 10 or something like that. No, not the math. I'm terrible at math. I know the math was wrong.
Somewhere there.
I don't even want to discuss it.
That's why we talk in 2 points and 3 points. So that's about as far as the math that we can go.
Oh man.
Who knows, but maybe this year. See a return to Ali Peak in the PBA.
It's never going to happen.
Well, I tried, folks. For those who have been asking me to convince Ali Peak to come back to the PBA, he said, no, I'm going to do tough and rough.
Try, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. I like the little plug.
Like that segue? Yeah. Years of practice to get that one done.
Military obstacle courses. So,
that's what we're going to do now.
I do not know what's going to happen tomorrow.
That is going to be absolutely hilarious.
Might be in trouble.
Pringle inside. The Mahindra defense looked like they were in trouble right there, but able to stop those 2 points. 8 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. First foul on birthday boy KG Canaleta. Brad Ginto, bumabalik ni Coach Chito Victorero. Aldrich Ramos will sit back down. Jensen jumper is good.
Nice screen down by Billy Bomberil for Keith Jensen. Keith Jensen, very capable of knocking down those types of shots. I want to see more from him.
The offense of Mahindra has gone dry.
So, well, a lot of it has to do with the pressure defense, also decision-making, which is very crucial.
Off the glass and in, and that's what you were saying. Decision-making, get it down, make basketball simple. KG gonna let it in the post.
When things aren't working, go to the post. Mahindra has the personnel to do that.
Jensen, kontra kay Gilchrist. Brian Williams spinning and missing. Nards Pinto as Mahindra is back with their starting lineup. De Gregorio Maganda pong simula ng kanyang laro. See if he can continue it here. Canaleta, step back is good. And that three-point shot was brought to you by Oppo F1 Selfie Expert.
I mean, that's one of KG Canaleta's main features, being able to knock down the three-point shot. You know, I remember a time when he was dunking on everybody.
Di Gregorio up ahead, all the way, dropping it off, losing it, and it will remain with the red shirts, though. It looked like he was halfway in the air and second-guessed every single decision that he had made before that.
He realized there was a hand there. I think it was the import contesting that. He had nowhere to go. On that situation, you want to hold, dribble the ball out, get into some sort of offense, get a better possession.
Di Gregorio, catch and shoot, got it. And where did this shooting from Mike Di Gregorio come from?
And just, you know, hey, opportunities. Sometimes when you get that start, you're good to go. You're ready to go. This is your chance to really show, especially to the coaching staff.
Gem has been found here for Mahindra at the tail end of the last conference, and now showing that it was not a fluke, as Romeo missing that one. Nards Pito on a rebound. And Mahindra, right when we were saying that their offense went dry, Coach Chito Victorero, pinilitan niya lahat ng tao na nandun sa court, changed it back up to that 7-0 run team that is on the floor right now.
You know, Globalport's having a hard time converting on shots. Actually, the last two possessions they've had a hard time, but Mahindra's doing a really good job of getting out really fast.
Pinto. Up and under. Yes, 9-0 now for Nards Pinto.
You know, I think one of the worst things you can do, you know, knowing where you came in Globalport, knowing where they came from in the playoffs, you know, I'm not saying that this is what's happening, but, you know, there is room for saying, you know what, this is the last place team in the league, last conference. Do we really need to get up for them? Of course you have to. Any team can beat you.
Pringle for three. Back iron, rebound para kay Keith Jensen. Jumper is it good again. Keith Jensen with that 15 to 18-foot jumper is always money. Canaleta making him pay though. Birthday boy with another three-point shot brought to you by Oppo F1 Selfie Expert. 16 points now for the birthday boy.
KG Canaleta feeling it right now, feeling it.
Williams stripped away. Dinabas kay Pringle. Inikot kay Terence New. Tumatakbo na naman ang mga nakapula. KG once more. New. Romeo crosses. Rejected. But a foul is called.
There's actually a bailout there. But you see how everyone's zoning in on Terrence Romeo every time he touches the ball. It's either Terrence Romeo or Brian Williams or Stanley Pringle.
Take a look at that pump fake, up and under, and that cool play is brought to you by Hitachi. 3 world-class innovations, 1 name in air conditioning, Hitachi. Terrence, pagkakataon, ibaba ulit yung kalamangan ng Mahindra. Missing that one. Augustus Gilchrist, uupo muna ngayon para sa Mahindra. Aldrich Ramos, ibabalik ni Coach Chito Victorero. Maybe try and buy some time as his team is up by 12. Romeo gets that one in. So splitting those, 10 points na para kay Terrence Romeo. TR7 now in double digits.
Globalport in that full court press out of that free throw.
Di Gregorio, traveled. It was nice, but took too many steps.
You see Coach Chito kind of applauding that effort. You know, stay aggressive, keep going strong to the basket.
Speaking of going strong to the basket, yung mitangan ng bola ngayon, napakagaling gumawa nun. Ito si Stanley Pringle. Romeo wide open. Kramer put back no good. Ball ends up with Canaleta, and there's a foul. No, rather it's stepped out of bounds. So may iwan pa rin dito sa opponent ng Globalport. Mark G and Carl De Hesa ibabalik para kay KG Canaleta, as well as for Mike Di Gregorio. Timeout is called on the floor. That is a 30-second nature. 11-point lead for Mahindra. what is it with this second unit, Ali, that, well, rather the starting unit that of Di Gregorio, Nards Pinto, KG Canaleta, players that we didn't really, you know, think would be the ones that would be leading the way. It was usually Revilla and Dehesa. These guys have been stepping up in this action.
I think that's the key. You know, we take a look here. And this is one of the keys in KG Canaleta. He's got 16 points, not even the second half yet. And, you know, he's really comfortable right now. But, I mean, a lot of it has to do with how active Mahindra has been. The last two possessions, particularly when Globalport got the offensive rebound, Doug Kramer got the offensive rebound, I thought he was going to score that. Mahindra collapsed on him. They challenged his shot. We've seen a lot of that so far in this first half. And that's what it's going to take, a lot of activeness by Mahindra. So far it's working.
They do have a double-digit advantage of 11. Biggest lead of the game was at 12. Pringle ang magbabato ngayon ng ating inbound. Williams inside, throws it off of Yee's face. Yee staying alive, diving for it, and will run away with the ball.
When you see that, as soon as he caught the ball, as soon as Brian Williams caught the ball, you got three guys on him.
Yee able to call a timeout nung nakahawak siya dun sa bola. Natamaan din pa nga siya sa mukha eh. And Mark Yee is a tough basketball player.
He is. He was my teammate back in the old Talking Tex days.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And he has an unorthodox defense, but it works.
He's got an unorthodox, sneaky, get under your skin type defense. But that's just his style of play. I think we're not going to talk about that.
No,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But this is, I mean, look at this.
Yes, all over, right here. Three guys.
Boom. Oh,
yes.
no, it hits him right in the arm. It looked like he hit him in the face, and he just kept, I'm going to hold on to your ankle as well.
Just 50-50 balls, always so important in basketball games.
Let's head on over to Riza.
Aaron, napapansin na natin na medyo parang hinihingal-hingal na to si Brian Williams. But earlier, I spoke to him. Ang sabi naman niya, he's already accustomed to this kind of game na fast-paced because he's played with Asians before. And he also knows that he's going to play lengthy minutes here in the PBA. Now, every huddle, napapansin ko rin si Dorian Peña, nilalapitan niya si Brian Williams and giving him pointers. I overheard Dorian telling him, you just have to be a little more aggressive and try to play closer to the basket because that's where you're effective. Aaron.
Thank you for that report, Riza. Of course, it's one thing to be familiar with Asian basketball. It's different in the PBA. I mean, no matter how many times people tell you about it, it's different until you get on the court.
It's such a good point, Aaron, because when I talked to Stanley Pringle and Chris Manchado about that, both ABL veterans, if you will, they talked about the physicality of the PBA. And this is probably perhaps what Brian Williams is experiencing right now. The guys might be a little bit shorter, but they're very, very physical and tough in the post.
Williams with a turnover. Out to Pinto for three. Got it! 14-point lead now for Mahindra. And Coach Pido Arancho calling yet another timeout. Mahindra feeling it from beyond the arc. Wow. This team has been living from deep and taking a lot of pressure off of Gilchrist.
Yeah, he only has, what, 6 points? So, yeah, he really doesn't have to do much right now. But, again, scrappy defense, getting out on the break, quick pass. They're beating Globalport down the court, and they're taking shots, but they're making the shots.
Okay, let's do this. Terence, ikaw sa gitna. Ikaw sa gitna, okay? 3 handoffs, and then 4 down for Terence, ha? Mag-basket tayo, choke.
You see there our shot count. Terence Romeo leading the way, of course, followed by Eli Revilla. And be heard through Shout. Pumunta lang sa sports5.ph at hanapin ang Shout tab or column para magparamdam ng suporta sa inyong mga PBA idols. 14-point advantage para sa Mahindra Enforcer. Romeo for 3. Oh, and he got it in.
Nice little weave play by Globalport. But again, these are the type of plays they need to get into. You know, get the ball around a little bit, then knock down the shot.
Yee, Mintes, rebound para kay Dorian.
Big Dorian with the rebound.
Here comes Terence. Terence, kontra kay Pinto. TR7, inside to Stanley. Stanley free throw line jumper is no good. Rebound for Doug Kramer. Stanley for three. Foul on the inside, both the hands being raised, and it will be called on Dorian.
I was going to say that if there was a kink in the armor of Mahindra right now, and actually in this first half, it would have been grabbing the defensive rebounds. But so far, they've been able to pacify that. They've been able to close that. They're actually doing a really good job of trying to control that defensive rebound.
Tehesa may tangan ng bola ngayon para sa Mahindra. Finds Ginto. Finds Yi. Jumper is in and out. Ginto! Wow. Hooping the harm for the big man. Flex, big man flex.
Offensive rebound, and on who? Dorian Pena. Why? Dorian Pena did not get a body on Quito.
Look at that, using that strength to push off on Dorian Pena, get that separation and finish at the rack. Hindi po madaling iusog si Dorian Pena kahit saan. Nagawa naman ng bata. Kramer with the rebound. Not able to complete the three-point play opportunity. Ito si Brad Ginto. 13-point advantage pa rin para sa Mahindra enforcer. Pringle. Napasa niya ngayon kay Terrence. Spinning. Dorian now to Jensen. Jensen. Jumper is able to drop and cut the lead down to 11.
That was a great play right there. Ball got moved around. Jensen, other than Terrence Romeo and Stanley Pringle, knocked down the shot.
Ramos for three. Rebound is tapped around. Foul called on Carl Tehesa. Take a look at that drive. Jensen pulling up, double clutch. And that excellent shot is brought to you by Stanley Hand Tools and Power Tools. Performance in action. Stanley Pringle with it now. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Romeo. Inusog na niyang lahat. Kontra kay Revilla. Step back jumper is in. Romeo with 15 points now. Lead is back down to single digits with 97 seconds remaining in the first half. Revilla. Napasok niya ngayon kay Ginto. Binigay kay KG Canaleta. Canaleta kontra kay Jensen. KG. And it's 18 points for KG.
And let's not forget, as you see a turnover by Globalport, but let's not forget that KG Canaleta has the athletic ability. He still has the athletic ability. And, you know, one of the things I really like about him, his ability to go into the post. He's about 6'4", 6'5". He can post the smaller guards up.
Ayun, nakita niyo si Jensen pa rin yung nakabantay sa kanya. Susubukan niya ulit. Skying and missing there. Looking for points number 19 and 20 on that trip. Pero hindi mapupunta sa kanya. Terrence against Mike Di Gregorio, rejected by Canaleta. Here come the red shirts. 5-on-2 break. Di Gregorio to Revilla. Pump fake. Tries it now. Hoop in the harm from beyond the arc.
All starts with that collapsing defense, Aaron. Really good job defensively. They gave themselves an opportunity on the offensive end. Here's the block right here. And Mahindra, what they've been doing all night. Nice patience by L.A. Revilla.
Revilla laughing at that one. Could not believe it. 4-point play for L.A. Revilla. 6 points now in the game and the biggest lead of this outing at 15. Yo. Ngayon na kay Pringle. Pringle against Mike Di Gregorio. Pringle off the glass. No. Kramer, yes.
More plays like that by Doug Kramer, but right now Globalport's kind of struggling with that 2-3 matchup zone by Mahindra.
About a 7-second differential sa ating mga orasan. And here comes Canaleta in the post again against a smaller guard. Canaleta up and under. 20 points now for the birthday boy.
KG is feeling it, man.
$60-45. Romeo gets a pick, driving, fouled by KG.
For a split second there, Mahindra's defense, there's a little bit of confusion on that back line by the baseline. Doug Kramer was wide open.
Pagkakataon niya yun itong si Terrence Romeo na maibaba yung lamang ng Mahindra kahit 13 before we head into the half. Romeo gets the first. Incredible showing so far for the enforcer. Using that outside shot, and we haven't really been seeing much of Augustus Gilchrist here in the second half.
Well, not much, because Mahindra's doing a really good job, and you know, I guess they're just going to save him for that second half.
As the buzzer rings, 60-47 po ang nasa ating talaan. A huge first 2 quarters for Mahindra from beyond the arc. Have them up by 13. But you know Terrence Romeo and Stanley Pringle will be back in the second half to fight for that lead.